My name is John Sedor. I'm a physician nephrologist at the Cleveland Clinic, and I'm chair of the KidneyX steering committee. And I thank the organizers for inviting me to tell you what KidneyX has been up to during the pandemic since we last met. I have a few disclosures, nothing really of pertinence to this talk other than I'm chair of the KidneyX steering committee. So I think everybody in the room knows, the KidneyX Innovation Accelerator, better known as KidneyX, is a public-private partnership between the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the American Society of Nephrology. Its goal, its mission is to accelerate innovation in the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of kidney diseases. And really what we want to do is accelerate solutions to address the challenges for people with kidney diseases, their caregivers, and those that love them. Rather than giving you our mission statement and a list of our pillars, I thought I would summarize what our goals are. First and foremost, we want to help foster a robust marketplace for kidney patient-centered innovation. And to do this, we want to focus on innovations that address the greatest unmet needs for people with kidney disease. We want to guide kidney innovation through knowledge, generating networks, partnerships, and linking experts. And we want to support entrepreneurs along a pathway to the kidney patient. KidneyX is really audacious. It's not focused on grant applications. The projects that we solicit should focus on solutions that have a clear trajectory to the clinic. We are really looking for paradigm-shifting approaches to the treatment and management of advanced kidney diseases. This is a very busy slide, but I wanted to tell you what we've been doing. We've had policy initiatives. We're working on generating support for winners and innovators, and our main focus so far has been through the number of prize competitions. In the policy network, we started well over a decade ago, and this is the timeline of the activities we've had. But basically, what our success has been that we've now been appropriated by $15 million by the United States Congress since 2019, and we're included in President Biden's fiscal year 2023 budget. In terms of support for winners, Zach Cahill, who has really led this effort from the ASN and will directly follow me, has developed a number of initiatives to frame kidney medicine needs with roadmaps that are being driven by human factors engineering and patient input. And the most recent one, and I think maybe the coolest one, is the tools that are online. It's a toolkit that is focused on human-centered design for artificial kidney developers. So these are tools that will help the innovators keep the patient in focus and provide different tools that will allow this to occur. And Zach will talk about this more during this presentation. We recently put out a request for proposals for a consultant or a group of consultants to support the artificial kidney prize phase 1 winners. If any of you know anyone that might be interested in providing these support, please point them to the RFP on our website. These will be individualized support sessions for each of the AKP1 winners. And ultimately, we hope we become a resource along with the many other organizations that are in the room for innovators, particularly those that are outside the kidney community, connect with individuals within the kidney community. So how have we done? I thought I'd take this opportunity to highlight the successes of our award prize winners. And I'm really going to focus on the early prize winners, since the AKP1 winners are just a year into their awards. Redesigned dialysis phase one, the winners were announced in 2019. Kidney Labs, who had an air removal system for a wearable renal therapy device, have received a grant from the National Research Council in Canada. Everybody knows about Outset Medical. They were one of our redesigned dialysis phase one winners. They raised just under 300 million in an IPO, and they've received Fast Company's Next Big Things in Tech Award. Miromatrix Medical has raised over $63 million, and they've established in-house capabilities. The next prize was the dialysis phase two winners, where we gave out $500,000. Relavo LLC is a finalist in CVS Care Innovation Challenge. VenoStent has generated and raised venture capital, started a clinical trial, and received their Sulfrat product has received an FDA breakthrough device designation. Invaso Bio, another redesigned dialysis phase two awardee, was chosen as Comstock Magazine Startup of the Month in April of this year, and received a $3 million grant from the California Institute of Regenerative Medicine. So this is just a selection of our prize winners, and we think that their success is evidence for the success of KidneyX. There have been more modest awards. The patients have actually developed solutions to ease their burdens. I just thought I'd highlight two. John Vito is one of the Patient Innovator Challenge winners, has a video cooking series for CKD and ESRD patients, and Deepa Karyawasam, representing the renal nutrition group of the British Dietetic Association, was a winner of the NHS Parliamentary Award. Now I'm excited to point out, and I don't know how many of you saw this just happened last week, KidneyX has launched a new artificial kidney prize, which will have $10.5 million in funding. And this is the announcement that was put out by the Office of the Assistant Secretary for Health, better known as OASH. As I said, the artificial kidney prize phase two will have up to $10.5 million. There are two tracks. Track one is a prize that will accelerate a prototype for bioartificial kidney. And track two is a prize for components and tools that will enable the development of an artificial kidney. And I'll explain these tracks in a little more detail. So track one is looking for prizes that have a clear path to a prototypical bioartificial kidney that has included patient input and a timeline to first-in-human trials. The thing about AKP2 is prototypes must adapt innovation and use tools in regenerative medicine, cellular engineering, tissue engineering, systems biology, and synthetic biology. And the submissions for this prize will close October 28th, 2022. Track two is focusing on enabling components or tools that again use these same areas or domains of science that will provide components that address a specific challenge to the development and help overcome a specific challenge to the development of a functional artificial kidney. And the submissions for these will close in January 28th, 2023. Examples of things that steering committee thought of were engineering a bioartificial kidney for whole organ replacement, a modular approach for replacing lost kidney function through a combination of cultured organoid systems and engineered devices. In situ regenerative medical therapies is a possible solution that we would be interested in. expanded ability to dissect kidney structure, function, and development using CRISPR-Cas9 technologies, and improved modeling of in vivo human kidney function to enable more rapid and effective screening and validation of kidney replacement therapies. We hope that people in the room will consider applying to Artificial Kidney Prize Phase 2. We need to work together to transform treatment of kidney diseases. By submitting innovations to the Artificial Kidney Prize, you're helping advancing the field and improving the quality of life for the 850 million people worldwide and the 37 million Americans that are living with kidney disease. I'd just like to end with a few thank yous. First and foremost are the patients and the patient organizations that have helped guide KidneyX's work. Particularly, I'd like to call out the National Kidney Foundation and the American Association of Kidney Patients. I also want to thank the Office of the Assistant Secretary of Health and Human Services, Admiral Rachel Levine, who's on the steering committee with me, Rear Admiral Michael DeMarco, who leads the innovation efforts, and Kristen Honey and Ben Uloff, who have boots on the ground in leading the innovation initiatives within OASH. I want to thank my colleagues on the KidneyX steering committee. There's not enough time to mention them all, but they're on our website, and you can see the distinguished group that's leading this effort. Finally, I want to thank the ASN staff, in particular the ASN Research, Discovery, and Innovation team, led by Mark Lim, and the ASN Policy and Public Affairs group, who are constantly on the Hill advocating for patients with kidney disease and making sure that Congress is aware of the need for funding to deal with the burden of kidney diseases. With that, I'll end there, and I think we will move on to Zach Cahill, who will talk about the patient-centered tools that are being developed.